Hello again, everybody. I'm back again with another video. I know it's been quite a while, and typically I don't know why I take a long time making these videos, but I mean, actually I do know why. It was winter a few months ago, so now it's in the middle of May, and I've got my garden update finally out. I know I kind of skipped a few months since it's particularly growing time for some plants, but not all of them. So I just wanted to showcase a few of my plants. And I never really introduced some of them to you guys. So that's what I'm gonna do right now. These guys I just got. These are new, and they are from a plant sale that I went to in my school, and not too bad. I mean, they're doing pretty nice and everything. And yeah, these are the petunias. I forgot the variety of what they were called, but they look pretty awesome. This right here is fuchsia, and they're not in bloom yet, but they will be, I believe, soon enough. So I'll be excited for when those come up. And these are my potato. This is my potato plant that I just planted not too long ago. And as you can see that a few flowers are coming in. I mean, a few sprouts. So that's pretty cool. Soon enough, I'm gonna be having a bunch of potatoes that I'll harvest in like not too long. And over here, these are my carnations. And I've had these for ever since fall. They haven't bloomed yet, but I believe they'll be blooming real soon. This is a large variety. And over here, we have what you would call portulaca, otherwise known as moss roses. And as you can see, I got these from the same plant sale not too long ago. And I always liked these because they always looked really cool with their interesting flowers that look pretty similar to roses. And over here, I don't know how to pronounce the name, but you guys might know. It's Pangara or Gura. And it can also be known as white gar or something, whatever. But that's besides the point. It's very nice and it's a perennial. That's the best I can give you. But hey, and over here, these are the watermelons that are just starting to sprout up. Very tiny. And these, I decided to grow these for my aunt. So it's nice to see that they're doing pretty well. It's starting to come up. And over here, if you guys didn't know this, then I'll let you know now. These are asparagus, believe it or not. And I've harvested a few of these this year. Not too many, but it was still pretty nice that I was able to harvest a few. It's always good when you can harvest something of your own. Oh, right, forgot to mention, I just finished my pond. Very nice, and I got the water pump as well. So that's pretty good. I'm very proud of how it came out. I was a little frustrated at first, but soon enough I'll be adding some aquatic plants to it. So that'll be nice. Over here, these are our pansies. And they're all in bloom, looking pretty nice. And I know what you're thinking. Um, why am I growing these in planters? They're pretty easier to get to when they're in planters for me. And I don't like the risk of growing it in the ground because a lot more things can get to it. This makes it a little harder for a bunch of like pests or animals to get to my stuff, since they're gonna have to dig for it on the planter. But I mean, even if that's not gonna be a good case, it's just what I like to do, and I can plant. I have a lot more space of planting a few things of my own. Because see that pavement? I can just grow a bunch of stuff in planters if I didn't have this entire garden. So yeah, that's what I like. And over here is a new plant that I'm starting to grow. It's my apple tree. It didn't take too long to grow, and I'm very proud that it's starting to come up like this. And over here I harvested a few of these. These are my field garlic, as you can see. But right over here, these I think are my Swiss chard. What was it called? I think it was I forgot rhubarb. Yep, the rhubarb kind. It's a rhubarb variety because it looks like a rhubarb, but it's not poisonous because the leaves can be harvested and the stem. For people who ever want to grow rhubarb, the stem is edible, but the leaves are poisonous, so be careful with actual rhubarb. But since I have Swiss chard, I don't have to worry about poisonous leaves. But right over here, these are my blanket flowers starting to come up. And blanket flowers, they're they're perennial. They come back every year. And when they get old enough, they'll start producing, or should I say bloom, a bunch of orangish yellow colored flowers. They're bicolored. Over here is my Echinacea, which is one of my favorite flowers that I've grown before. And I can't wait for the flowers to start blooming on this guy. And over here, from a guy who's just woken up from a long sleep, is my grapes, my grapevine. You can see right here is starting to bloom flowers. It's got little flower buds coming in. So that's an excitement. Indeed. More pansies. What we have here is creeping thyme, and basically this is for the back area over there, and I'm going to be using that as a ground cover. These things they're not considered invasive, and they make pretty good substitute for lawns. When they mature, they end up blooming very nice pink flowers that smell very, very, very fragrant. My sign, of course. Over here is my sign, of course, from a very long day of dormancy, or a long time of dormancy. And this is one of the hostas that my mom actually planted in this pot. And as you can see, it looks pretty nice. Over here, this is my passion fruit, and this guy's been a passion for me because I got to try a passion fruit for the first time, and I enjoyed it. very much. But needless to say, I have hope for it that it'll come back this year because I protected it in my greenhouse. So, I still have very much high hopes for it. And we'll see if it comes back. Over here, these are my beetroots. And they're starting to come in, looking very nice. Over here is more pansies, which are yellow and purple. Like the other ones, but, you know, deeper color, and one is actually orange. And they're looking pretty good. Not too bad. Over here, in this planter, is my marshmallows. Yes indeed. These are the original. The thing that marshmallows came from in the first place. Over here, these are my radishes. They're looking pretty good. I'll be able to harvest them soon. And that pretty much sums up most of my stuff. But over here, I guess I could show you a little more. And over here, this, I think it's a juniper tree. If not, maybe a cypress. I'm not too sure. Maybe I'll find out once when it starts blooming, either producing berries or pine cones. This right here is my golden rain tree. And I'm going to be taking care of this guy. I'll be planting him in a larger planter, and yeah, I'll be able to plant him in a larger planter and he'll get larger. That's the whole point, because that's very nice. Over here, my Gladiolus survived the winter because this is, I guess I put it in an area that doesn't have too much access to too much stuff. And my bush came back, so that's pretty cool. I don't know what it really is. If anyone can comment down below and tell me what this large shrub is, that would be very nice. So yeah, just let me know down in the comments what this plant is. And yeah, it would be nice to find out what it is, since it's never really bothered my plants. It's grown pretty large before, but we've trimmed it down, and it still looks pretty nice in the garden. And the reason why all the planters are dry is because I still need to water them, and we're getting ready to set up our watering train. It's a pretty cool device that moves to different areas while watering everything. So everything will get a nice watering before sunset. Yeah. Over here is my iris. I don't know what type of iris this is. It's either sweet iris or like a flag iris. I don't know. But yeah, needless to say, it's an iris, bearded iris. And it's starting to get its blooms ready. I'll be excited to see that when it starts blooming. And over here, these are my hydrangeas that are starting to come back from, we thought it was dead at first, but because the wood, it used to be like a giant woody thing, but we had to cut it back. But now it's starting to come back, so that's a good thing to see. And these are my I actually forgot what these were called, but this is my shade plant and it's blooming right now, so that's pretty nice. And yeah, I guess that sums up my my updates. But before I leave, I'll show a few more plants. Over here we have my eastern redbud tree, and when they get old enough, they will start blooming pink blossoms. But that's only when they're old enough. This one, I believe, I've had it for like 4 years, so it should start blooming soon. But yeah, that's one of them. And over here, this is more of my mother's side of the garden. This is her Japanese maple, perfect red. It's definitely a center of attention in the garden. Also, because of the fact that there's azaleas right here. I believe these are a late spring variety, since they started blooming in May. They could be a mid-spring, because I did see some start coming up and started appearing in like a late April. But needless to say, they still look very nice, and that's the whole point of having a garden. Have everything look nice. So I guess that sums up the garden, and I'll see you guys next time in another video. Bye.